Kia ora and happy full moon. Let's see what's up for us. We haven't used this deck in a while. We're just going to pull from this oracle card deck. If you're unfamiliar with me, I'm Janina Asiedu. I was born and raised in Aotearoa. I'm from Ghana. An ancestral medium, ritualist, and artist. If you want to book a reading with us, it's available on our website. We also sell art on there, have a bunch of ritual and beaded adornments. Guidance information to have for us the collective this full moon. We have the Nile River, Flow of Abundance, 25. Sobek, Rest and Endings, 40. And Scarab, 33, Spiritual Transformation. So with this card, it talks about how the Nile flood and like rise up and then come back down again. Interesting because it's definitely been flooding over here. But it talks more so about the emotional sense of that. So how some of us have been going through a period of like heavy or heightened emotions, trusting that and knowing that with the season that it's going to change, or that the Y or the water is going to like level out again. And also talks about how the Nile is like obviously, as we know, is an abundant resource. So in terms of our emotions, there's abundance there in what we're feeling, what our emotions are talking to us about. Also really highlighted to the palm trees for some reason. So palm trees could be significant for some. I think of the Adinkra symbol Abidra, which is the palm tree, which is resourcefulness. I think the proverb attached to that is there's no shortcut to the top of the palm tree. So like there are certain pathways or certain heights or things that we're wanting to access that aren't going to come to us for free, or we have to do the work to get there. Like if you want to climb the palm tree to go grab the fruit or the coconut, you're going to have to get someone, or you're going to have to climb up it, you know, like or you could use a tool. That's pretty much what that proverb is meaning. So there's lots of like resources I feel like that are available for us on our journey, things that we are learning individually and collectively. And I also think of the Magician card in the tarot, which is like one that talks about we have all the resources that we need technically, or we may not have exactly what we want, but we can utilize what we have to create what we want. I also just heard the word strength, so maybe some of us are going to have to tap into our strength, believe in the strength of our heart. When I think of palms again, think of the heart of palm and how part of the palm is taken out, the whole palm dies. So protecting our heart is really important at the moment, protecting what we love, protecting our emotions as well. So that would mean being mindful of what we're consuming, who we're around, how it affects our emotional body being. With Sobek, Rest and Endings. Yeah, so this talks about this is a time of rest and endings. We are going into the new year for the like year of the horse. So it's a time of reflecting on our habits, our addictions, anything and everything really, as things like cycles are coming to a close. I was just also hearing like the structures that we have in our lives, the boundaries, so like emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, our routine. I heard our health. Yeah, but there could be things that are clearing out or requiring us to have a period of rest so we can reflect and also embrace this flow of abundance that wants to come through. After this period of rest and endings, it looks like we are entering into a spiritual transformation or like creative period. We're really called to like spread our wings and explore. I also see like coming out of a chrysalis. So like some of us will have undergone a lot of transformation. This also implies or encourages us to spend more time in the sun when we can, connecting with the element of sun. So joy, creativity, solar plexus, confidence, yellow, kai, yellow foods, something between activation between blue the throat, or is blue, I think so, our throat energy center and our solar plexus, speaking our truth and also living authentically. So it's a time for, we have all set temple at the base of the deck, sacred ceremony. So it's a time for ceremony. It's a time for us to, we might be like spending more time with spirit or the divine or people that we love. It's relatives for some, not all. Like if you're a mystic, you might be spending time in ritual, like tending to your altar or tending to your body and your health, physical health, but like in more sacred ways. And this might be helping us like connect with the divine, cosmos, source, creator, God, whatever you call them, to figure out how we want to collaborate with the universe moving forward as things are coming to an end. It does look like there's a lot of transformation happening, and the Wheel of Fortune just wanted to pop out. So the doors are open for us technically enter into this new phase of change and shifting. Also, like, we were in the year of the snake, right? And these two snakes, they kind of look like they've transformed or like shed skin in a way. So we're going to be in our new skin soon. What does that mean and look like for you? Some of you, if you give reverence to the sun, it's a good time to do that coming up. Some of you will also need to clear out any of your like physical belongings or clear out your energy like physically. So it could be like your gut, yeah, or your physical, like your body, or like something tangible that you have you might need to get rid of, let go of, or anything that's not serving you, like your physical body and health. A lot of focus on that. Guidance and information you have for us now. Letting go of escapism as well, and like inner child blocks. The Empress, Taurus, guidance. Number 3, Taurus season could be significant. Knave of Swords, 10 of Cups. The Sun. Let me show these individually. Okay, and 2 of Swords at the base. So yeah, looking after ourselves at this time. This is like knowing our value, knowing our worth. This is our self-esteem. So I was saying solar plexus before, yellow, and it's on a very physical level. So it's like pouring into yourself. Also like maybe asking and reflecting on the question, like, what do I love about myself? This is like the mothering card. So like nurturing and mothering yourself. What can you do physically for yourself is going to make you feel good? Some of us may be entering into really healing conversations with family or people we consider family or community, or need to. Again, with the sun energies, they're very strong. And it is Leo full moon, right? In the Western. Leo season in the future could be significant. That's July, late June, July. Yeah, there could be ideas that some of us are getting that are going to be really healing and positive for the collective, that we might be in talking stages about, communing together. Some of us are very encouraged to spend time with others or make sure that we're a part of some sort of community where we can freely speak our truth in positive ways, and where we feel seen. Like, where do you feel seen? Where do you feel heard? Where do you feel embraced and warmed? Vitamin C is important. Staying hydrated is important. That's going to help us access a clear mind. And with 2 of Swords, this is like coming together. This isn't the typical 2 of Swords. It could reflect indecision for some of us, but if we are facing indecision, we should be encouraged to speak to someone else about it to help you come to your own conclusions. 5 of Swords when I split the deck, so maybe some of us are moving through lack, self-deceit or deceit, or, you know, we honestly tell ourselves lies on the regular. 3 of Swords here as well, so some of us could be really dealing with like mental health stuff and figuring out how to let all thoughts that kind of keep us in loops, things that we're constantly thinking about. 10 of Swords, and then there's the Queen of Pentacles that I saw before that was talking to me about our health, our physical health. So some of us need to really clear our mind and ask, or not ask, like call on fresh thoughts, call on rejuvenation, anything that has been blocking our flow emotionally needs to go or needs to be cleansed. So some of us might need to do like a water cleanse. Some of you might be water fasting. Yeah, but drinking more water or fluids in general. Could be fruit too. Oranges, like citrusy fruits, bananas. So yeah, letting go of the past, letting go of things that have hurt us, things that we have gone through, like heaviness, betrayal, that weighs on our mind, is going to come through that pouring and ritual and grace and care we give ourselves physically. That will also help us extend that to others. Clear out any like murky energy. Some of us might be quite discouraged by like the matrixy energy as well. I'm feeling like psychological, like warfare or psychological programming. So the way that our mind has been programmed through society, upbringing, whatever past experiences that we've had, that keep us stuck. So to unprogram yourself does take work, does take mahi, but you could write take some time to write out like the negative things you think. This is a simple ritual. I do this kind of thing all the time. So a simple ritual would be to write on one piece of paper for as long as you need the negative things you think, the things you want to let go of. Like, doesn't matter how you write it, just write it down, and then you can rip that piece of paper up, chuck it outside, like in the bin, or put it in your rubbish. On another piece, or you can burn it safely, please. On another piece of paper, you can write in the truth, the things that you know the truth, even if you don't believe them. If you're struggling to find those truths, you can book a reading with us, or you could speak to someone, as I was saying, to help you to be like, hey, like I'm really struggling with like what the truth of this about me is. Like, could you tell me some positive things to help me like write these things down? Or it could just be like things you're trying to call in your most ideal self. How would you imagine, like, if you were the most positive you could be? What would you write? And write that down, because the negative thing is going to happen anyway, so don't worry about that. Nine of Wands, the Devil, Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. Getting something about like, oh, Capricorn season. So Capricorn season, which I haven't been keeping track of when what is. Are we still in Capricorn season? I don't know. But whenever Capricorn season ends, Capricorn season may be helping some of us like work with our thoughts and gain fresh thoughts. So highlighted on the ways in which we think and speak, so we can go into this more youthful energy, the full Knight of Wands, the Year of the Horse. This is freedom, this is liberation, this is inner child. It's very, very, I would like to see this with something more grounded though, because it's very like free, not attached, not committed, a little bit like could be seen as naive, but I guess in a positive way, taking risks is important, and some of us are called to take risks, maybe with our ideas. Yeah, Seven of Wands, so protecting ourselves is important as we gain clarity. Ace of Swords. Okay, here's some Pentacles, that makes me feel better. The Tower and the Pentacles. So as things are really, really changing, that's Aries energy, by the way. Yeah, Aries, lots of Aries. So Aries season might be significant, or you could have strong Aries placements. It's important to protect your energy. So as you're going on this new journey of exploration, some could be traveling, some could be learning something new. It's just real like adventure vibes, you know, being out of your comfort zone and taking risks. Make sure that you are saying your protection and being wise. There's clarity here, there's peace here, there's truth here, and there could be some challenges, that some murkiness. It's crocodiles again as well. So this could just be through like this short period of ending, and rest could be a little bit difficult and uncomfortable, but it's as if this person is like heading towards Heru, this divine insight, clarity. So if you are going through some challenges, lean into what brings you peace and clarity. You might even need to speak that over yourself. Oh yeah, and I was saying, when you write down the things that you are wanting to draw in and activate after you've like done the ritual of letting go of the things that you don't want to hold on to anymore, you can keep that piece of paper on your altar, you can put it in your wallet, you can keep it with you to read it, to remind you of like what you're calling in. But there is clarity here that is accessible for us, but it's through the shit. So like it's kind of giving no avoidance, and we got that Knight of I think Knave or Knight of Cups that fell out reversed. So it's not really going to work for us to avoid our emotions or avoid how we're feeling. But as I was saying, I like this Knave of Pentacles because it's bringing grounding to all this air and all this water and fire. It's really important for us to take it slow, be compassionate with self. This is like a one step at a time. This is this is the slowest card in the tarot. It's a very gradual movement and progression. So even though change could somehow be fast, or there could be a lot of chaos around us, or like ego deaths and whatever, like things being destroyed in the collective, soothing is important through community, sharing, speaking about what we're going through, continuously nourishing our self-worth, our self-esteem against psychological programming and warfare. And as we are going into new territory together, new experiences, it's not going to be easy. We are going to have to protect our energy and be wise, but wisdom and peace does meet us as we continuously ground, this is like routine, this is working towards a project every day, yeah, and being positive.